Hello at home, thank you for your patience. We're so glad that you stayed tuned. And if you're just tuning in, this is In the Upper Room with Shauna Easter, Michael Riley. We have a distinguished panel of Delaware's finest representing Noble. And we have Doc Pritchett on set with us. I want to say something, first of all, before we move on with this part two of our segment with the officers. You guys have definitely gone above and beyond the call of duty, and we appreciate not only the professionalism that you have in your job, but your concern and commitment to the community. So Mr. and Mrs. Pritchett were kind enough to give me some bracelets here, or bands. Pass those to each of you. And these bands read,
Thank you.
You're welcome. They read, I am doing my part. And it's all about, it's all about supporting young people, building a stronger community by your own efforts, you know?
Thank you, Doc.
Well,
I
thank you.
appreciate you and your wife giving us
Thank you.
this, giving
You're
this
quite
to us.
welcome. We're honored to be with you. Believe me.
Yeah, it's an honor to have you here. So I was just curious, can we just go right at it and let's talk about some of the things that you have been doing in the community, especially like with Adopt a Family.
Okay. I'll give the foundation, but
Sure.
actually the person that started the fire and made it go for us is Captain Von Bond.
Okay.
But, he came up with the idea. It felt like it was on a whim almost to a degree. He just said, "Hey, man, let's do this," and so we all kind of jumped on with him. He came with the idea of Adopt a Family, just basically bringing some goods together and try to be a blessing to other families throughout the county originally.
All right.
And I'll just let him start from there.
All right.
That's correct. We were thinking about a community-based program, and one of the things that I thought about one day just reading the paper, and of course we're all aware of these difficult times, and you look in the news and you see people losing their jobs and their homes, and they don't have money, and you have the holidays here, and because of the way society is now, there's so much emphasis on, things have to be perfect in the holidays. And so
Right.
one of the things that we thought about was that there's a lot of families out here today that are struggling, just trying to make it. And I
Yes.
thought that it would be an excellent opportunity for us because many of us are blessed. We're all blessed.
Sure.
And we have an opportunity to come together as a group and extend and bless families that are in need. So I had a discussion with Colonel Bryan, and he said, yes, let's do it. And initially, as Vince said, it was supposed to be, we talked about 5 families, and then it grew to 15 families. Then we said Newcastle County, then we said, well, we can't ignore Kent County and Sussex County.
Right.
Then it became the state of Delaware. Wow. And we actually reached out to a lot of people, Noble members, non-Noble members, and we asked for their support in terms of donations. And at the end of the day, we were able to actually put together baskets of turkey, chicken roasters, and all the trimmings for 35 families.
35 families?
Throughout the Newcastle County. And I have to say that Chief Cook from Blaze Police Department was an excellent resource for us. He actually took the lead down there along with Sergeant Miller, and those guys really got a lot of things going because obviously they're at that end of the state and we're up here, and
Right.
it was just a blessing, and we were able to actually involve our family members. I know I brought my daughters along with me
Great.
as we made the trips, and we delivered the food, and it was truly a blessing. And I think that we as a group got far more out of it than the families that we delivered to.
I
Just
hear
to see
you.
their faces light
Yeah.
up, and it was so great that we had the idea that we want to extend it, and this Christmas we're actually in the process right now of doing the same thing, but this time we're going to do the dinners for the families, and we're going to actually also include gifts for the children.
Right.
So we're just starting that right now, and we're hoping that we're going to have the same success. And this is something that we're looking to carry on, for years to come.
That's wonderful. And we do have contact information up on the screen for those of you at home when you want to participate in this, and make a donation, whatever you can give.
So you delivered, you collected the food and you delivered it to the homes of the families?
Yes, ma'am.
How old are your girls?
I have a 13-year-old daughter, Jasmine, and a 10-year-old Jada.
Wonderful.
What did they say to you? What was their response?
They were, one of my goals for this year was to have them involved with something with the community and giving back.
Good.
And they both enjoyed it. Initially, I didn't know how they were going to take it, but they got up there Sunday morning. We went out on a Sunday, and we delivered the food. And they really learned a lot. They learned a lot. They went into they seen some families that, of course, everybody lives in
Right.
different ways, and they saw some things I think that was an eye opener for them.
Yeah.
And I think especially my oldest, came away with, learning that, maybe, that things aren't that bad in the Bond household.
Right.
But
Yeah.
it was actually a great thing for them, and I'm looking forward to having them involved with more community programs like that.
That's
Was
outstanding.
there something you wanted to add?
Well, I just wanted to say that, again, when Colonel Bryant called and asked, could I find some families in Sussex that we could bless for Thanksgiving, one thing that really took me back was how easy it was for me to find families in need.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I saw was that there are a lot of families that are in need. Working in youth aid, that's where I'm assigned now. We get to work with a lot of kids, and oftentimes the police are only called in when there's a problem.
Right.
Yeah.
So this gives us an opportunity to be a blessing when there isn't a problem, so that the community can see us in the light that we want to be seen in.
Right.
And it makes us feel good, and it is an eye opener to see what's the state that some people are in. So
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to what we're going to do for Christmas, and it definitely lifts your spirits when you can help someone.
That is so true.
Definitely.
And I want to thank you also because you came up here all the way from Sussex County, and maybe the directions that we had for you may not have been that great, but thank God they can find their way around, and I'm glad you found us, and that applies for each one of you. Your message here tonight is going to resonate with our viewers at home, especially the need to get young people involved in giving service, because I believe that, like you said, we get a lot out of rendering service, and if children really want to have a holistic, if we want our children to have a holistic approach to living, we have to allow them the experience of working with somebody less fortunate. So yeah, thank you for bringing that home.
So here's what I'm thinking.
Yes.
Michael.
Yes,
I
I'm
do
all-
this to him all the time.
I'll agree anyway, but go ahead.
Okay, we have to talk about the logistics of this, and
All right.
I have to talk. Okay, Dave, we have 5 minutes, so really quickly. Do you think it would be possible for Michael and I to come with you with our camera when you share these blessings with one of the families?
That wouldn't be a problem at all.
I don't think so. Dr. Pritchett is instrumental in getting family names for us, so of course, I don't know.
Yeah,
we'd
we
have
want to get permission
Yeah,
from the family
yeah,
and everything.
yeah.
But I think I think it would be really nice if we could put together something, and then you guys could have it for your archives also.
Yeah, that sounds
I do
terrific.
this to him all the time.
Yes, she does.
All the
And
time.
it's
on
all
the
right.
air.
I'm
Can
used
we
to it
do
now.
this?
And I go,
So are you committing to coming to Sussex County?
sure.
I certainly will.
Look, I answer sure.
Yeah, I certainly will. So we'll give you all of our contact information after the program, and then
Yeah.
we can set up whenever you're going to deliver the food. We can make sure it's okay with the families, and we can bring our camcorders and
Yeah.
put together something nice.
This sounds beautiful. I can already share your vision on that.
Right here.
Because like Vaughn said, we're not interested in doing this just as a one-time shot.
Absolutely.
We want to continue this as a tradition.
Exactly.
Without, keep building up our organization and showing ourselves that we can reach out to the communities and do more, just to be a blessing to those communities.
Yeah,
I know we-
go
sorry, go ahead.
Well, I would just say quickly, that's why we feel so honored this evening to, have the privilege of sitting down, having this conversation. This platform in the upper room is definitely available to you on the
Anytime.
road with Doc Pritchett. The second Sunday from the same time slot, always available.
Appreciate that.
There's a lot of work to be done.
It is. And I want to say on behalf of Colonel Bryant and all the Noble members and UTA members and just all the law enforcement in general, that we say thank you for allowing us to have this platform.
You're
There's
welcome.
a lot of times that, you know, in law enforcement, unfortunately, we see a lot of the negative things, and for us
Yeah.
to have this chance here, these few minutes to get on here and actually show that, you know, we are concerned about the community, that we do want to make a difference.
Right.
That means a lot to us, so we thank you.
You're welcome.
Really quick, I think I have time for one quick story. And just really quick, a friend of mine was telling me that she had a foster child in her home, and it was a little tiny girl. And she got pulled over by the police, and the little girl like just went crazy and was like, run, run, mommy, run, when she saw the police officer's lights in the background. And at that little tiny age, she had been
The
imprinted
fear.
that you fear law enforcement. And I never had that when I was little.
Yeah,
Did you?
No, and you know what's funny though is you know, a lot of negative things are said, but who do you call?
Who do you call for help? But that stood with me, because I mean, we were
the
in
first one you
right?
call.
We were in the
Hello?
Air Force. I was in the
Yes,
Air
police?
Force, and we always had uniformed people around us. So like when I
Right,
walked in
right,
tonight and saw
right.
the uniforms, I was like, oh, you know, like that feeling of safety.
Yeah, but you
So-
know what? These gentlemen here, these officers here, they've been along and around, and they're seasoned enough to know about these same perceptions
Right.
that you're talking about, and that's why, you know, these green bands, they're definitely doing their part, because when they bridge the gap as they have been doing, it benefits all.
Right.
All.
That's awesome. Well, gentlemen, thank you once again for coming. We
No,
really
Doc has
appreciate
something
it.
to say?
Oh, Doc.
No, I just wanted to again commend the two of you for your wisdom for bringing these officers on TV.
Well-
And number two, the Pritchett Associate Business Company, we're going to make a contribution for the families upstate and downstate. So
Beautiful.
we're involved with you.
That's
And if I could
awesome.
say one thing about anything that, one thing about our organization is whatever comes in goes back out. We don't take any administrative costs. Everybody, I think, is doing this out of their love for others. And
Beautiful.
the best way to show their love is to dedicate some time and help out.
I
Well,
agree.
we are
Thank you.
definitely looking forward to following you guys when you make this next blessing gift. That's
Yes.
awesome. So, on behalf of Michael and myself and the Pritchetts, Doc and Mrs. Pritchett, and Terry. Carter,
Terry, yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We want to say thank you for joining us, and we hope that you saw something here that will just stay with you. And don't forget to give them a call if you need some help. And we will see you next week, or the week after next.
Yes, on
next
the
week.
18th, got the Christmas
Oh yes,
party.
our Christmas party is going to be on the 18th, our live Christmas party, so you want to make sure that you join us for that. I'm Shauna, and this is Michael, and we'll see you next time. Take care.